Hey guys, let's dive together into the secrets behind WhatsApp's financial success. Ever wondered how a free, ad-free app used by billions of people around the world can make so much profit? And what really happened when Facebook bought WhatsApp for $19 billion? Today, we're going to unravel these mysteries, explore monetization strategies, and understand how data collection affects our privacy. Stay with me to find out all the details behind this digital phenomenon. To begin with, you know the drill. Comment below if you use WhatsApp every day and if it started to cost $20 a month, would you pay? I love talking to you guys. Send me those comments, okay? Moving on, WhatsApp is one of the most popular apps in the entire world. Nowadays, practically everyone uses WhatsApp to exchange messages, audios, photos, videos. You're likely part of a group, be it work, friends, school, college, or family. But have you ever taken a moment to think about how WhatsApp makes money? Can a free app with billions of users worldwide and no ads generate revenue and profit to sustain its operations? That's what we're going to find out in today's video. Let's uncover the secrets behind this app, its growth and success that have changed the way we communicate and how it manages to balance broad privacy protection and profits. But first, let's take a step back in time to tell the story and creation of WhatsApp. In 2009, when smartphones and various apps were becoming increasingly popular, programmer Brian Acton decided to apply for a job at Facebook. At the time, Facebook was one of the most popular apps in the world, as well as being one of the social networking sites with the largest user base. However, Brian didn't get the job he was dreaming of, but that didn't discourage him. Brian believed he would have other amazing opportunities in his life, and he was right. After a few months, that opportunity arrived. Brian and his friend John Cotton had the idea for a smartphone app, WhatsApp. Initially, it was designed as a way for people to update their statuses. However, when they added the private messaging function, the app quickly became popular, as traditional text messages were very expensive and WhatsApp offered instant messages for free. For an app to be free, there are three possible ways to generate revenue. The company must do at least one of them to make a profit and keep the app free for people to download. The first is through advertisements from other companies within the app itself. The second is through in-app purchases. And the third is selling users' data. Many apps sell your data to other companies, but the founders of WhatsApp hated ads. One of the reasons they left their jobs at Yahoo was their disagreement with the excessive use of advertising. They even made a post on WhatsApp's official blog about why they hate ads. So putting ads on WhatsApp was not an option. They also didn't want to charge people to use the app. Their idea was to create an excellent product that people would want to use without having to pay anything. So the only remaining option was to sell user data. However, this option was also not feasible, as both were activists for privacy and data protection. Because of this, they managed to keep the app running for a long time without generating any revenue. Initially, they only used the seed funding they had received from some wealthy friends at the time who worked at Yahoo and tried to keep costs as low as possible to save money. However, as more people downloaded the app and new features like image uploads were introduced, WhatsApp needed revenue to invest in servers and expand the team. As a solution, they decided to charge a $1 fee in some countries. Users had to pay $1 to download WhatsApp and use it. In other countries, access was free for a year. After this, people had to pay $1 per year to continue using it. Yet this $1 fee wasn't frequently charged. If someone didn't pay the renewal at the end of each year, WhatsApp made access free again, as if the fee was a form of voluntary donation. This worked out quite well. A sufficient number of people paid the $1 fee and the app continued to function normally for a good while. This fee charged by WhatsApp served mainly to cover its costs but it hadn't yet managed to turn a good profit charging such a low amount. For many tech companies, including WhatsApp, making a big immediate profit isn't that important. If the company has a lot of users, several investors take an interest, even if it isn't particularly profitable. Initially, the founders of WhatsApp were hesitant to take on new investors because they were concerned that it might ramp up monetization and compromise the quality of the app. WhatsApp was expanding quickly, and multiple investment firms started offering millions of dollars, agreeing to whatever terms WhatsApp set. This meant that the investors wouldn't meddle with the app, nor would they force them to include advertisements. Furthermore, the company stood to gain a large sum of money. The strategy of the founders of WhatsApp was to invest in the app to make it the best possible and to attract more users. The more users there were, the more investors took an interest and invested in WhatsApp, making it even better. This approach worked out very well. The more people downloaded the app, besides having free access to send quick messages, they weren't bombarded with advertisements or forced to pay to use the app's features. At the beginning, this was essential for the rapid growth of WhatsApp, attracting more investors. However, you can't just rely on investors indefinitely because at some point, they're going to want to know if the company has a viable business model to give return on investment, unless the company decides to sell the app to another company for a significantly high value. In 2014, Facebook bought WhatsApp for $19 billion. A lot of people were stunned by the sale, mainly because of the high value. They were asking if WhatsApp was really worth $19 billion. Some data from that time suggests that 9 months before the acquisition by Facebook, WhatsApp had generated revenue of $1.2 million and was having a tremendous loss. Therefore, many people did not understand the reason for the purchase at such a high price, since, for example, Instagram was acquired for $1 billion. Facebook's idea was to transform WhatsApp into a real business. Mark Zuckerberg had a plan to turn the app, which generated almost no revenue, into something very profitable. WhatsApp alone is worth more than $19 billion. It's hard to defend that argument because the company's revenue is small compared to that figure. But the reality is that very few services reach 1 billion people worldwide. However, there was a huge difference between Facebook and WhatsApp. While Facebook's business model collected user data and used it to display personalized ads, WhatsApp fought precisely against that, against the display of ads, and against the collection of user data. Furthermore, Facebook had a poor track record regarding data privacy and security, as thousands of users had their data leaked. Despite the controversies and scandals at Facebook, Mark had promised WhatsApp's founders that they could continue operating independently and that there wouldn't be any pressure to monetize. In a blog post on WhatsApp in 2016, the company announced that they would no longer be charging the $1 subscription fee. This gave hints about how Facebook intended to monetize WhatsApp, since it wouldn't be through user fees. They were left with only two options: to put ads for the users or to use their data. When Facebook acquired the messaging app, it wasn't just buying the company, but also the users and their data. Various experts point out that Facebook was really in the surveillance business, and it is perhaps the biggest surveillance company in history. The more data they have on users, the more powerful the company becomes. With the acquisition of WhatsApp, Mark Zuckerberg's company gained access to various behavioral data, contact lists, and other countless personal information. In addition, WhatsApp had over 1 billion users, leading as the most popular app in developing countries. One of the reasons Facebook canceled the $1 fee was precisely to get more users for the app, more data, and obviously more profit. The data of any one of us is worth much more than $1 a year. The more data they have on you, the more they can target ads for product and service sales, as they combine this information with other sources and create a more detailed profile of who you are. Removing WhatsApp fees eliminated any barrier that prevented anyone from downloading the app, making it easier for the company to expand and connect more users around the world. Another point of buying WhatsApp was to end competition. Mark knew that the owners of WhatsApp had been invited to a conversation at Google's headquarters, so he quickly made a high and irrefutable offer so they wouldn't sell the app to a competitor. Although we don't have access to WhatsApp's financial data, many speculate that it doesn't have much profit at the moment. However, Facebook is in no hurry to monetize the app. The most important thing for them now is to own more users and data and then find a way to profit from it. As mentioned earlier, when WhatsApp was purchased, it would be independent of Facebook and would not share information between them. So how would Facebook have access to user data if theoretically the information was not shared? Then that would be it. I'll get back to you in a bit. In 2017, Brian Acton, the WhatsApp founder, had a fallout with Mark Zuckerberg over WhatsApp's monetization and data sharing plans with Facebook and decided to quit. He ended up losing around $850 million in unvested shares. A year after his resignation, Brian expressed his concerns about Facebook, even going so far as to post on Twitter that he would delete his account. Shortly after, he invested approximately $50 million in Signal, a messaging app with features very similar to WhatsApp that prioritizes user security and privacy. In other words, Brian wanted to recreate the WhatsApp that he had envisioned at the start before selling to Facebook, a functional app that protected user privacy. In May 2017, the European Commission fined Facebook 110 million euros for misleading WhatsApp's founders during the company's takeover, committing a procedural violation in a merge case. Facebook falsely claimed that it was technically impossible to automatically combine information from Facebook users with that of WhatsApp's. However, it was later revealed that not only was this possible, but WhatsApp had been sharing user information with Facebook for many years. Furthermore, Brian stated from the beginning, Facebook planned to link WhatsApp user numbers to Facebook accounts, thus obtaining even more data. Sometime later, John Crum, co-founder of WhatsApp, along with Brian, also resigned after realizing that Facebook's goal was to weaken WhatsApp's encryption. The point is, the two companies had completely different ideals. While Facebook is one of the largest advertising networks and collects data from its users daily, WhatsApp's founders despise ads. They are in favor of data protection and privacy. It was very likely that when Facebook bought WhatsApp, they would collect user data. The founders knew this could happen. But as the acquisition contract stated that WhatsApp would operate independently of Facebook, they hoped the app would remain safe and maintain people's privacy. After founders Brian and John Crum resigned and left the company, it is unlikely that Facebook began to collect our data immediately. Share it with your company and generate personalized ads for each one, this being one of the forms of monetization. But there is another way to monetize the messaging app, which is through WhatsApp Business. This feature is used by companies to connect more simply and quickly with their customers. In addition, companies can display their ads on other networks with a button that directly leads to a WhatsApp conversation with the advertiser. Another feature that generates income for WhatsApp is payments made within the app itself. Facebook and Instagram also offer this payment service function like a digital wallet. They don't store your money, they just provide a payment service in a secure way, charging a fee for each transaction. In other words, it is possible to make a good profit with this service. So there are basically three ways that WhatsApp uses to generate revenue and profit through WhatsApp Business, payment services, and data collection. Despite many people finding it absurd to have their data collected and their privacy invaded by WhatsApp, it is important to highlight that several other companies do the same. It's a common practice these days. Most companies collect data just to show you more targeted ads. There are people who really care about the privacy of their data and the transparency of companies in relation to it, but many others don't care because they already know that most apps, companies, and websites collect and share their data all the time. That's why you receive several unwanted calls from various companies during the day. It's probably because other companies that had access to your data sold it to other companies. We can't just point the finger at Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram when many other companies do the same. The reality is that most people are willing to provide personal data and information when they accept the terms of commitment because they get free access to various features in return, like quick messaging, photo sharing, and even watching videos on YouTube. The point is that we all need to be more careful before we accept the terms imposed by the apps. It's important for you to read and know what data and information about you will be collected. When you're aware of how much of your privacy the company will have access to, you can decide whether or not to accept the terms and use the app, or if you'd prefer not to use it anymore. According to WhatsApp itself, it has end-to-end encryption, which means it can't actually read your messages. What it can access is your phone number, your contact list, your location, among other personal information that protects your privacy. But if you're someone who doesn't care all that much, continue using WhatsApp and other apps as normal. You need to know that when you're not paying for the product or service, it's because you are the product. So it's important to be aware of what information and data of yours is being collected and how it will be used by the company. And now tell me, are you the type of person who cares about the privacy of your data or doesn't care very much? Leave your ideas and questions in the comments. I'd love to talk about the topics of the video. If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Indications of the next videos are now appearing up here. It makes perfect sense for you to watch them. See you in the next video. See you soon.